Good morning, everyone. It's a nice, gloomy, rainy day. I wanted to perk up with some upma. So let's get started with some upma. Upma gets a bad rep most of the time because I don't know how and why. Because I love upma and the way I make it, everybody loves it. So I don't know why it gets trolled a lot, especially in the Indian cuisine. Upma, everybody teases about upma. Okay, today we're going to get started with making a simple, nice upma to perk us up for this weather. The seeds first and then the other seasonings. I have 1 teaspoon of urad dal, 1 teaspoon of channa dal, and some turmeric to season the entire bowl with. I have a chopped onion. I have green chilies, 1 slit up, 1 teaspoon of ginger, finely chopped, about 2 tablespoons of chopped cashew nuts. I have quarter bunch of cilantro, a handful of curry leaves, half a lime, some asofoetida, and this is my Sooji or cream of wheat, the main ingredient. And I'm going to add some vegetables today because we could sneak in nutrition anyway, and this is a great way to add. And this bag of mixed vegetables I picked up at Costco or any grocery store, you should have it. So it comes handy. I just throw it in the freezer and use it for many recipes. And it is pretty much what I go, I just grab it and it's useful. Otherwise, I didn't want to chop separately for each and every item and then chop it all. So this is very handy. So no excuses for not having your vegetables. And the main ingredient is Sooji or cream of wheat that we're going to use for this recipe. And it's called Rava in most of India, and Sooji up north, and down here in America it's called cream of wheat. So if you ever find it, mostly in the Indian store or the Mediterranean store, please get a bag or two. It comes very handy, and I always store it in an airtight container, so it's good to go anytime I need it. And today the only ingredient that I'm missing is mustard seeds that we usually have it for tempering, and it's beautiful to look at because this is almost like a pale. Usually we don't add turmeric, but today since it's raining and I'm kind of under the weather, I said let me just add that to boost up my immunity as well. And it will have a yellow look, but you can omit that. And let's get started. So first what I do is I have a pan ready to go. I turn it on and I'm going to dry fry the Sooji, Rava or cream of wheat. It shouldn't take 5 minutes because it shouldn't change color at all. Okay, you just slow roasting it, getting all the raw smell out, and then we're going to remove it and add the other ingredients. Okay, you can add a teaspoon of ghee to roast it. Let's just go ahead and add. Okay, and I am going to share an extra bonus tip of how upma can be taken on your travels, and you just need hot water. Okay, so keep watching. So I added a teaspoon of ghee. I'm just going to wait for it to melt. And ghee is one oil that you would always want to use it melted. Some people say they use it on their toast every morning, but you know what, if it's not melted, please don't use it because it does have a different composition. Of course your body heat can melt it, but ghee is one thing which we generally use melted. So go ahead and melt it. It adds a great flavor to your whole dish, and even in the end I may add a teaspoon of it on the top. This is a 1-pot dish I usually fry. So let's throw in my cream of wheat. Get the coarse kind, don't get the soft one. I'm just making a small portion for 3 people. So I'm just using 1 cup. You can multiply this proportion for how many other people you want. It tastes good. So my rava, my sooji or my cream of wheat is almost toasted. I'm going to transfer it into a plate and let it cool while I mix the other ingredients. So I took a pan, same pan. I transferred my sooji, turn on the stove. And I'm going to add a teaspoon or two of sesame oil. You could add any oil. Okay. And then we get seasoning with our, usually it's mustard seeds first, but since I don't have it, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of channa or chickpea flour, whole chickpeas, split chickpeas, and let it come to a little color. When it's like half roasted, I will add another teaspoon of urad dal to season. So pretend we had mustard first, black mustard which spluttered, and then we are adding all these. Okay, don't skip on mustard seeds, it looks pretty and it's good for you. And then I will add my cashew. Sorry, few of the curry leaves got in there. Just to give it all a color. Keep an eye on the flame. If it gets too brown, turn it down. So this is the perfect stage where it's nice and golden brown. And now I will add all my other ingredients: onion, green chili, ginger and curry leaves. Just dump it all. Let them all get happy in the pan. At this point I will add some asofoetida, a pinch of soap, or more than a pinch. So while it's sauteing, I wanted to share about how you can use upma or this concoction on your travels. I don't use vegetables when I am traveling, but this would be the basic ingredient, like your seasonings, your onion, your green chili, or you can use dried red chili, curry leaves, everything. You saute it with little more ghee or oil than what I have added, and when it's nice and well done and it's lost all the moisture, then I will add the sooji back, the fried sooji or the cream of wheat. I would add into this and let it all cool down and pack it in a Ziploc baggie. And when I'm at the travel destination, pretty much every hotel or resort has hot water kettles, right? So you basically need hot water, and I usually take a glass bowl or a plastic Tupperware which has a nice tight lid, and all I do is pour hot water and add this and put the lid for 7 minutes, and you will have wonderful, beautiful upma to eat at your travel destination. If you are having trouble finding Indian food, or just breakfast in general, or you can have it for a nice dinner as well. Okay, so that is a travel tip I have for you. I have a video I will post soon of how I did in one of my vacations, and my husband just put me on a pedestal after that. He was like, wow. So, and this goes well with pickle or coconut chutney, or even kids like it with sugar, plain sugar. So definitely try it. When we were little, we always had it with sugar. Okay, at this point I'm going to add the vegetables. Just about a cup and a half, or even more if you want to be more health conscious, you could add more. Okay. So my alarm just went off, and our pot is ready. Voila. So at this point it is all done, well done and cooked. So all we do is add a teaspoon of ghee. Okay, this is so solid, I'm just going to insert it, it will melt in there. or you could use melted ghee, doesn't matter. Okay, and squeeze in your lime, half a lime or a teaspoon of lime juice. Okay, turn off the stove and add your cilantro and some curry leaves. Looks like a lot, but you know what? Instead of drinking some green juice, I will just eat it. Okay, and toss it all. Our upma is ready to be served. Nothing more to add or do. And let me bring our plate. The chutney and pickle will go very well with this. I know it looks a little mushy. If you want a little drier one, then just reduce the quantity of water. Okay, so this is how I like mine on a cold winter morning for a delicious breakfast. I'll have my South Indian coffee and enjoy it. Okay.